Up here. Yeah, we're starting a little early, not like super early, but just slightly early. Oh, we have a free summon to do today. Where is the free summon? Oh, we got actually more than one. Interesting. Alright, I guess we hit blue. I don't know, this is like the most random way to start a live stream. Alright, we'll just knock out a free summon here, why not? So, how's everybody doing today? Hopefully y'all are having some good fun today. Alright, 4-star overall, yeah, that's pretty much how I expected that to go. And then over here we've got one. I don't really need any of these units, but I mean, I guess we'll hit red, maybe we get Lapis or Inigo or something. Alright, so what's going on, chat? We got Shane Giorgio in here. Anyone here want to make some random guesses as to who the other three on this banner will be? Okay, so it seems like one of the silhouettes definitely seems to be Hawkeye. I think everyone is in agreement, especially seeing as this is a desert theme. So where are the silhouettes? Okay, right here. Yeah, so the one on the right definitely seems like it's Hawkeye. As for the one on the left, I've seen quite a lot of feedback on that one. I think it could be Goldmary because of the head accessory. Although some people have said the double-tied ponytail could be Altina. I don't know if they would do Altina. They already did the Teleus Desert banner already. So I don't know if they want to go back and do more characters from like the Teleus Desert. But yeah, I will say this much. We've had an engaged seasonal hero on, like, every banner so far. We've had, like... Hold on. Let's go to the Pokedex, actually, and we can take a look. Alright, where is that at? Alright, over here. So we go over to engage, right? And then... Let's see. Engage is all the way at the bottom. So, we take a look here, and we'll see, like, all of these random seasonal engaged characters just randomly sprinkled on all of these seasonal banners for whatever reason. So, I think they like just tossing one random seasonal character onto all the engaged banners. I'm also missing Vale and Sadal, who is another one. Yeah, but, it seems in line with what they want to do, like how they used to just shoehorn one Three Houses character onto every seasonal banner because they sell the best. Right now, Engage is the new hot ticket, so I think they want to like try to put at least one Engage character on all the seasonal banners. Antonio says it's for sure Goldmary. I mean, I wouldn't say for sure. I'm like 70% that it's Goldmary, and then it could be other people, too. It could also be Sumia, who also has a similar head accessory. So there's like a couple of units it could be. Alright, let's see how we're doing over here. Okay, we're doing pretty good, as I would expect. Alright, this one... this guy surrendered on the spot, if that happens. Whenever you try to do a replay and it doesn't play, and the success has, like, no defeats, they probably just gave up before even starting the map. Alright, so here's another one. Let's take a look here. My defense is very evil, by the way. It's actually better in Anima Season, because, like, Double Embla is cool, but at this point, you can't even tank the offensive threats anymore, so turning off save skills is kind of a moot point. Alright, but we have here Camilla, we've got Nerthuz, we've got Peony, Milla, Dagger, and then... Okay, you don't see this one too often. +7 Brave Tiki. Oh, man. Alright, let's see how this goes for him. Wow, that was so weird. Why didn't he just attack Yunaka? Like, he was over there. He could have reached Yunaka, right? Like, why did he risk the trap there? I don't understand. Okay. Alright, so Tiki versus Shamir, right? Tiki's got a ton of DR. She's got color advantage here. She's at +7. My Shamir is unmerged. And running base kit, pretty much. Alright, so we live, and then we get the Deadeye, and we get the clap. Oh, man. R.I.P. Brave Tiki, man. Can't even win with color advantage. Against one unit that's not even as crazy as some of the recent stuff. Mizu, what's up, Mizu? My other guess, though, is Igreen will be part of the Harmonic. Yeah, there's no way they're doing a Nabata Desert banner without having Igreen on there. They gotta get some waifu thickness into the mix. Chris Lee says, here I was thinking it was Azuma's daughter. Oh, who is Azuma's daughter? I don't even know who that is. Guys, I'm completely inept when it comes to Fates. The brave Tiki Chad. Yeah, JC. Is such a Chad that she just got wiped out. Alberhawk Gaming, what is your most wanted unit for Choose Your Legends? I would say, probably Sigurd, honestly. Like, he's the only main lord that's not won yet that I would really want. And he's also my second favorite lord, just period. Richiel Almeida Ferreira. That's quite a name there, I like it. Day 78 campaign, Alphonse for Choose Your Legends 8. This is what we do against these defenses. Just give up. Yeah. Nah, it's not that bad. I mean, I could destroy my own defense in like 5 seconds nowadays with how insane the freaking power creep is. Like, I could probably just destroy my own defense with some Winter Edelgard if I wanted to. It's so obnoxious that they gave her +1 movement and charge. So, like, even though I have Gatekeeper here, he blocks charge. He doesn't block +1 movement. So, like, all you got to do is put Edelgard right there, and then she can attack Yunaka, she can attack Sanaki, and then get the hell out of the way. And there's nothing I can do. Like, I have no defense against that. Alright, this guy's got Alir. We have Dagger. We got Ash Ketchum. Brave Gulveg. Then we have Peony and Claude. A +1 Claude, okay. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of Claude, but you guys already know that. Oh, that was weird. Why did he put Ash over there? I'm not sure I agree with those methods. That's... Like, him having Ash there just completely ruined his turn 1. Or maybe he forgot, like, the safety fence doesn't protect in row 2. I don't know. That was really weird, though. Euro SSBU, how you doing, by the way, Tacho? I'm doing pretty good. Tsubasa for CYL 8. Yeah, it would be cool to get anything from TMS, honestly. Just to raise awareness to insist that people want these characters still. Sweater Puppies, what's up? What's going on, Tacho? Any expectations tonight? Well, besides Hawkeye and I think Nabata being the theme, no other expectations. I bet you, though, Sophia is going to be on the banner somehow. They just love Sophia for whatever reason. Like, Sophia Dev can't go 2 seconds without having Sophia anywhere. Shidongo says, the best strat against this defense is giving up once you see the name Tacho. No. I mean, just because it's me, that doesn't mean it's a good defense. You shouldn't get scared by somebody's name. That should pump you up. If you get into a fight and you see a name like PM1, or you see a name like Oblivion Knight or whatever, like Joel Phaeology, that gets you more pumped up. You want to play harder. Or at least that's how it works for me. I don't know. Usually I just, like, coast. I just play half-assed, and then if I see a familiar name, then I want to play harder. Alright, let's go ahead and hop into RB, I guess. Let's get some of these arena modes out of the way. We got, yeah, double Edelgard. This is not going to be difficult. And I love that TMS is one of the bonus titles this season. Such a troll, man. How dare they have TMS as an actual game title with a roster of 5 units? Orange Juice Lord says around 10. Yep. That's when the trailer is going to drop. I'm just going to refer to you as RAF from now on, Rishiel, because your name is quite a mouthful there. I used Winter Byleth and thought Ninja Sanaki would kill them, but I got everyone. I only didn't get the pots. Yeah, Byleth, I mean, Byleth can hang in there. It just depends on the situation. You don't want him to tank like multiple things all at once, but he can certainly hold his own if he only has to deal with like 1 or 2 things at a time. Alright, let's see here. If we go here, we can go ahead and do that, and then we can get our duo skill off for her now. Vocaloid Lover says, catch Rhea for Choose You Legends. Chris Lee says, I fought PM1's defense team yesterday. Ooh. I fought his team once. I would love to fight him again. Like, the one time that I fought him, I got clapped pretty bad. It was my own fault, honestly. Like, I should have played better. But, I mean, I was kind of undermanned there. That was before I had a defense, or before I had an offensive hero that granted the bonus slot for light season. So I had like 5 units against his 7-man defense. So I was already in a bad spot there. But I still could have did it if I just played better. Alright, who are we more threatened by here? Let's see. Alright, yeah, that's not a problem. I think I'll go after Will, I guess. Risu Doseri. If Goldmary is in the banner, are you spending orbs? Personally, I definitely am. No, I have to keep spending orbs for Tana. The Resplendent Tana that's on the current double special banner. Or not double special, the double remix banner with Lilina. At absolutely any circumstance, I have to get a copy of that Tana. So I can just deck out all my flyers with Soaring Guidance and Guidance 4. Nils Frazier says, doesn't Sophia only have 1 alt? No, Sophia has more than 1. We have the Halloween Sophia, we got the Bride Sophia, we got Resplendent Sophia. I mean, there's quite a lot of Sophias, man. Sophia Dev really is taking no prisoners. Link Creature says, I'm praying that Hawkeye doesn't get the Tempest Trial underwhelming freebie curse for not being waifu material. Oh, actually, now that you bring that up, Hawkeye being like the muscle man, I think he actually could end up being the Tempest Trial unit. Because typically they do that. Like, they'll... the male unit will be the free-to-play option, and then... like, all the waifus are going to be on the banner. Shung Dave says, who got the most alts in Fae? It depends. Like, if you count male and female characters, then I think Robin actually has the most. Because, like, all of the male Robins, and then there's all the female Robins. If you want to count it that way, then Robin, I think, has the most. But if you're not counting that, then I think... who is it? It's either Lynn or Camilla. If you're not counting, like, double... like, OCs at the same time. Dope says... or Dope, with a space in the middle. I hope he comes out as Duo Eye Green and Hawkeye. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Just get, like, father and daughter right there. Somewhere between Lynn and Camilla, probably. Yeah, I think so, too. I think it's either Lynn or Camilla who has the most alts that isn't, like, a male and female character at the same time. Okay, so we finished that, and we are going to remain tier 20. It's impossible to get to 21 now unless you got a lot of merges, as unfortunate as that is. Alright, let's go for Arena Assault next, I guess. Cruxus Angel says, yeah, sounds about right. Yep, I mean... Camilla, I feel like Camilla still is missing a couple of alts that should be a no-brainer for her. Like, why is there no Resplendent Camilla yet? I feel like Resplendent Camilla would be the most popular Resplendent they could have released, and they still haven't done it yet. What's poppin', Tacho? Haven't been in one of these in a while. Was popping. A Pad Q. Doing pretty good. Waiting on this next seasonal banner here, the desert theme. I actually have no idea why desert is even a theme. Like, what is it about a desert that, especially in January too, like, why does it have to be a January desert? That's something I'm not quite sure I understand. Camilla saved Xmas. Jinzo. I feel like Xmas was already... Given the Christmas banner that we had this year, I think Xmas was already, like, bound to do good. There was no way Xmas was going to be a flop this year. They actually went in hard for Xmas. Rochelle says, what's your favorite theme? Definitely Halloween. We have some Castlevania music playing right now. Yeah, that should be your answer to why I like Halloween so much. I just like monsters and like creepy ghouls and ghosts and stuff. That's my jam. So to me, like, Halloween is definitely the best theme when we can get like Dracula and cool monsters like werewolves and stuff. I'm more so I like cryptids than monsters. So like if they would do some cryptids, like maybe the Chupacabra or like the Yeti or stuff like that, that would be pretty awesome for a Halloween banner. Instead they just go for like generic monsters. And then we have what was Flane? I think Flane was like a silly kitty cat or something. What kind of costume is that? That's not a Halloween costume. That's a tea party costume. I don't think Flane got the memo about what Halloween is supposed to be. She literally just wore her tea party outfit. Do I trust Byleth to be able to tank Duocrom? I don't even know if I trust them to tank Sanaki. Maybe we should use a different team. Hold on. I wanted to get that team out of the way because that's the one that I'm the most unsure about here. I guess this team will work. Except, how do we beat Alear? Let's get something that can beat Alear. Alright, yes, Sanaki should do it. A Wild West banner. That would actually be fire. Or an astronaut banner. I don't know about an astronaut banner, but a Wild West banner, like a cowboy banner, would be pretty dope, actually. I would like that. There's a lot of banners, like a lot of themes for banners that I think they would definitely be able to sell a lot of waifus with. So like a cheerleader banner, something like that, like just get some cute outfits in there. They could have like crazy rally skills. I would be okay with a cheerleader themed banner. I think even Fates might have had some kind of fan art with cheerleader outfits for like Elise and Camilla and stuff like that. I seem to recall that. Although I could just be completely mistaken about it, but that seems to check out for some reason. Okay, what do we want to do here? Alright, does this unit have Kanto? She didn't activate it. Well, actually, did she? Yeah, she did activate it. Alright, Baby Freya in action there. Pat Q says my picks are Fairy Tail banner and maybe an Apocalypse banner. An Apocalypse banner? How would that work? Like it's the end of the world? Like there's a meteor heading straight for Earth. This is the banner. I don't know about that theme. No, but there's definitely some more themes they could do. Well, actually, the most wanted theme that I have is a casual clothes banner. I really want to see like just some casual outfits. Like a super casual outfit banner where the characters are just going to the mall. Or just going out for like a Sunday walk or whatever to the park. Instead of just always wearing war clothes. Sweater Puppies says, I'm not a fan of alts to begin with, but I like the banners that cross over games like the Nabata and Hatari banners. Oh. We failed to kill Nerthuz there. That's very interesting. Nerthuz just lived Sanaki. It's very rare to see things able to survive Sanaki. Shung Dave, pregnant banner. Bruh, chill. Nah, they ain't about to do that. Actually, I wouldn't put it past them at this point. Like, that's how desperate they are for selling waifus. But would that sell, though, actually? Like, I think Japan has this thing where they don't like stuff like that. Because they want to keep up the appeal of the, like, waifu in subject being single. So, like, all of the people out there, all the, like, waifu fans can feel like they are shipped with their waifu instead of having it be somebody else. I think they have a law. There's, like, a hard law about that in Japan. When it comes to, like, idols or something. And, like, pop stars and singers and stuff. If they're not allowed to date in public or, like, have Instagram posts or whatever showing them in a relationship because it breaks the illusion of them being able to date like whoever the waifu fans are that adore that person. Lapis in a big hoodie and Uggs. Yeah, oh, yeah, JC, like that's the type of thing I'm talking about. Like just get like some casual outfits in there. Although a hoodie and Uggs, that's like some drip. That's drip right there. That is Lapis with drip. I was thinking more so like some jeans and maybe a t-shirt. I wasn't thinking about giving them like Supreme hoodies or nothing like that. Okay, this one's a lot easier. We can use the Byleth team for this. Yeah, I actually have a pretty poor roster of characters from these blessings, so like, we're not really using some of my best stuff here. But I bet you we could already bait, like, we could probably just bait all of these guys with Byleth, I bet you. If I can figure out a way to get somebody in. Let's see here. I guess whatever, it doesn't matter. I was gonna try to bait like all three of his guys at once, but I mean, we'll just go one at a time. What's the big deal? Pajama banner. Gay frog. What is up with that? Nah, but a pajama, like a sleepover banner. Wylia brought this up one time. She was like, have a girl pillow fight banner. Where they're all wearing like pajamas and they're having a pillow fight. Come on, man. I'm all for fan service, obviously, but there's a right way and there's a wrong way to do it. At least try to have some class. Oh. I think I goofed up here. Yeah, now Lumera is going to be able to attack Triandra. Is that okay? Are we okay with that? This build is not particularly crazy, though. She doesn't have no follow-up, does she? Nah, she doesn't. Okay, so we could probably just bait her with Byleth, too. Alright, let's really put this guy to the test. Let's see what he's got. Alright, Byleth. I hate bait units. Let's see if he can do it. Although it's not very impressive baiting these guys, but let's see. Pat Q says, casual wear would probs be a Three Houses banner simply because that's the one with the biggest appeal. Think about it. Corin would just not have shoes. Yeah, Corin's the type to show up to, like... You tell Corin, let's go for a walk in the park. She's going to show up, like, barefoot. Everything else in her outfit would be, like, completely proper except the shoes. Harry Bach says, if pillow fights are wrong, I don't want to be right. Yeah. Yeah, Pillow Fight Manor. Shadow Demon says, Tacho, have you seen my previous comment? Let's scroll up and see it. Alright, he says, hey Tacho, sorry for not being here as much. Still struggling to find work, having financial problems. Lost my Fay Pass. Ooh. On the verge of being thrown out on the streets. My life kind of sucks right now. That is so horrible. Where do you live, Shadow Demon? Because the price of living has gone up tremendously. Like, the amount of rent that people have to pay these days. I live in New York, and the rent is just, like, exorbitant. It's actually not okay, man. People cannot even afford to survive. Well, like, we got rent to pay. Food is too expensive, too. Like, you can't even afford to feed yourself anymore. I'm real sorry to hear that, man, Shadow Demon. Haru Husky says another Lagoos banner would be neat. Yeah, well, if it's going to be another Lagoos banner, it has to have characters that are completely brand new. They can't keep giving us the same Lagoos over and over. Like, who's it going to be? Lethe? Again? For the 50th time? Come on. What about the other royals and the other, like, characters from the Lagoos? You know who'd be dope as hell? Like, Rajayan? How about, like, a character that we never got to play as? Who's still pretty important to the story? Like, dude, Rajayan is very important. That's literally Ashnard's mount right there. Literally the eldest son of Deginsia. And do we get to play as him? No. Oh, wow. That is something you don't see every day. Yuri tanking Veronica, huh? Alright, so how do we want to do this? I guess we just go in with Edelgard. When in doubt, just Edelgard. Oh, we gotta also get away from Camilla, too. Yeah, I don't have Gale Force on her here. Alright, let's just run away, I guess. Yeah, and then the fire tiles, Ymir can't chase after us. It was so dumb to give this unit fire tiles. And not just fire tiles either, but like double stacked fire tiles. What an absurd unit, man. Edelgard Dev has gone too far this time. Haru Husky says, Randolph still needs an alt, Skrimir, Gifka, and Nazir, base Kurt Naga, base Ina, etc. Yeah, but there's a lot more, too, man. There's also Janaf. There's Ulki. Very popular character. Well, I mean, I use them quite often. They're pretty good. Ulki especially with his evasion. But are we ever going to get him? No. We got Vika, though. I can't complain too much because we did get Vika. Wow. Color advantage is just completely meaningless here. Yeah, can we even beat Edelgard? Hold on. Maybe Chrom can do it. She's not going to be able to counterattack because she won't be able to get her distant counter. I hope Chrom can do it. But then she's got color advantage on him. Okay, yeah, he can do it. I should have never doubted our boy Duo Chrom here. The most ageless duo hero ever. Winter Edelgard also having Null Miracle is skull. Yeah, dude, no, seriously. Like, they just gave this unit every single possible effect. It's to the point where it's just, like, stupidity. Like, why does she need to do everything? They couldn't hold back, like, one or two effects. Nah, she does absolutely everything. Orange Juice? Bro, why do they always make Edelgard so broken? I just can't find her that likable, and Rhea is just a better person. Yeah, I can see why it would be very grating if you don't like Edelgard. Because every single time they do her, she's just like the best unit in the game. There's never been a point where a new Edelgard came out and she wasn't just instantly the best unit in the game. Alright, what do we do here? I guess we'll go for this. Okay, let's have some fun with Satyr here, because I haven't actually been able to use her too much. I'm using her in Aether Raids as an offensive hero, because she's a bonus right now. But yeah, I actually did summon for this unit. I wanted to skip that banner ideally, but after I did my top 5 units of every color, and I found out I still had this unit in top 5 for blue, I was like, yeah, maybe I should try to pick them up while I have the chance. Just an insane unit right there. Their C skill is pretty good, more so for Aether Raids, I would say, than for actual, like, summoner duels. But this is where the unit gets really strong, is when they have, like, a super treachery effect. They're able to get a brave attack, they get, like, all this true damage, they're getting a lot of stats, and then they can instantly just get all of their effects immediately with the duo skill. So, like, yeah, they're kind of like a mini dagger where instead of doing Pathfinder, you do ally warping. It's not as good as Pathfinder, but it's still pretty close. So yeah, this unit's pretty sick. Although I don't think they're busted or anything. They're just like pretty good. All right, yeah, Byleth. There's no way Byleth's gonna be able to tank them, right? Jim Newt says, would like it if Hilda got super broken alts, though. Yeah. It's always okay when our favorite character gets the broken alts, but when a character that isn't our favorite gets the broken alt, it's never, like... It's never a hype moment. It's always just peril. We're always playing, like, double standards with that. It's like with Ike, though. Like, for me, Ike, there's no playable Ike right now, in my opinion. Like, all the Ikes just suck. And to me, that doesn't seem to make any sort of sense. Because you think about Ike, man, he's supposed to be the strongest lord in the series. Like, there's actually no reason why Ike should not be good. But he just isn't good. Are we really unable to kill this Corrin? Hold on, there's no way, right? Like, if I pop their duo skill, let's see here. Because now we're going to get all their effects. Wow. Okay. Alright, why don't we try dancing on her? Give her a bunch of stats. Wow, we still can't do it? That's actually nuts, man. Is she... Oh, she's on a defense tile, that's why. Yeah, okay, I mean... So much for all the talking up I was doing for them just now, right? Like, I'm talking this unit up like they're crazy, they're really good. Nothing can tank them with the duo skill active, I guess. So much for all that, right? Orange Juice says, yeah, but it seems like they pitched Hater's voice up in the duo. Oh, yeah, that too. I noticed that also. For some reason, they made Satyr's voice like 10 times louder than normal. Okay, Alencia can almost get that kill. That's very interesting, actually. Like, I didn't think Alencia was a bigger damage dealer than Satyr was. Alright, let's go ahead and get rid of Camilla here. Shane Giorgio says, I'd want it to be Ike, but I'm curious. Is it still Ike at this point, or is it Byleth because of Divine Pulse? Wait, who are we talking about? Pat Q says, sorry, Tasho's strongest lord is actually probably Robin or Chrom in lore. Maybe in terms of straight up strength, Ike wins, but in everything else, adding up skill and stuff, Ike in lore loses to Chrom. No. Did you play Awakening, Pat Q? I'm fairly sure they mentioned that Chrom is not as strong as Walhart or Priam. If you played the DLC, I'm pretty sure Priam says, like, Ike is 10 times stronger than he is. And within the story, they make it a point that Walhart is stronger than Chrom, and Priam and Walhart are probably about equal in power. And then, like, Priam says Ike is 10 times stronger than him in one of the paralogs. So, I don't know about Chrom being stronger than Ike. Maybe someone from Three Houses, maybe, and that's... I don't even know if I want to say that either, because, like, the Three Houses characters never even graduated war school. Like, dude, they're just a bunch of kids, man. And then out of nowhere, they ended up going to war school. They haven't graduated yet. They're still, like, complete noobs when it comes to war. Wow, Valencia can't beat him. What is going on here? Why are my units so bad? Let's just bust out the lightning charm. I'm sick of this. Yeah, so Tellius, I think lore-wise, Tellius is definitely the strongest, because, I mean, Ashura is literally God. There's no character stronger than Ashura. There's a bunch of other, like, characters that are gods, technically, like, quote-unquote gods, but are they really? Like, has Nagi ever really done anything that crazy? Meanwhile, Ashura literally created the Earth. Created everyone who lives on Earth. Turned everyone on Earth into stone. Like, that's next level, man. None of the other characters ever did anything like that. And then, like, Digincia, people don't realize how powerful Digincia actually is. Like, Digincia is probably as strong as Grima. Like, he's probably as strong as some of the final bosses in the other games. Because he's completely invincible. You cannot hurt Digincia without the blessing from Yune. Shane Giorgio says, to be fair, Ike is the only Lord besides Alm, Crom, and Robin who has to finish off the final boss. Yeah, but like that in particular, I wouldn't put too much stock in that. That's just like for cinematics. I'm talking about in terms of like actual one-on-one, like this Lord versus that Lord, who would win in a fight. And I'm pretty sure Ike just beats all of the other ones. Like, who would even be able to... Who would I think is maybe as strong as Ike, or, like, the next strongest? Huh. That's tough to call. I actually don't know. I think Ike is... Maybe, Huh. Yeah, I would actually have to put a little more thought into that. Like, who's number 2? Who's the second strongest besides Ike? I don't know. Because there's a lot of factors to take into account, but I'm fairly sure Ike is number 1. Okay, that was a really dumb opening. I should have opened that way better. Now we're not going to be able to cut DR with Kvaser here. Y'all got me talking about power scaling now. What is this, a Dragon Ball Z channel? We're talking about power levels. Cruxus Angel says, again, we are supposed to feel sorry for Agarthians when they make magic nukes. Oh, we're talking about 3 houses now. Soup Can Sam. I mean, Crom did get literally engulfed in flames to be able to wield Falchion at its peak, so he's got that to his name. Yeah, but Falchion is a dragon-slaying weapon. It's not a human-slaying weapon. If Falchion was used against Ike, would it even work? Like, it's not super effective against infantry. Ragnall's a pretty good weapon. Ragnall's not even the strongest sword, though. I think the strongest sword is actually the Sword of Seals. But that's another topic of discussion. Like, what's the strongest weapon that one of the main characters uses? I think it's probably the Sword of Seals. Or the Binding Blade, as they call it now. I'm never going to get used to saying that. Or maybe even one of the regalia from, like, Jugdral. Jugdral has some bonkers weapons, man. Like, the legendary weapons in Jugdral are just unfair. We're talking, you get, like, plus 20 to all stats. Like, that's just nonsense. Like, freaking Forseti and the Nagatome in FE4 are just, like, bananas. What's crazy, too, is they could probably release... they could probably release legitimate Forseti or Tome of Naga from FE4 into this game, and it wouldn't even be busted. It would just be in line with what everything else is doing. That's how crazy the power creep is right now. All right, here we go. Last fight. Let's get out of here. And then we can have some more fun. Pat Q says Sword of Seals is broken. No other weapon comes close. Yeah, I agree. The only downside to the Sword of Seals is that it has a limited amount of uses. I think you can only use it like 20 times. So it's either 20 or 25 uses. But like a lot of the other legendary weapons now just have unlimited uses. So like that kind of matters a little bit. But for the time that you're able to use it, the Sword of Seals is pretty bananas. Oh, this is... Oh. I didn't account for Alencia probably being able to set up this guy. Yeah, like Alencia goes there, and then all of a sudden, Chrom is over there, and he can attack my Chrom. Yeah. How much you want to bet that's about to happen right now? We're going to get sniped. Guarantee it. Okay, we didn't. All right, thank God. Jesus. Freaking Alencia, man. You always have to pay attention when she's on the map. Rochelle says, it would be good to have a database for this information. Oh, like power scaling? Like that stuff? I love this music. Oh, this music that's playing right now is from Castlevania Dracula X. A.K.A. Rondo of Blood. Pretty awesome game. Orange Juice says, but can Sigurd handle the Crest of Flames? He had to go there, Orange Juice. Orange Juice ain't got no chill with that one. Like, what did Sigurd ever do to you, man? Terrible Faye AI clutch. Oh my god. Imagine if the AI in Faye was actually good. How much more menacing would defense teams be if the AI... Like, imagine the AI in Faye was, like, Stockfish level. Or some shit like that. That would be something. That would not be a good time. Like some serious AI. Yo, AI is getting crazy these days, guys. I don't know if you guys are keeping up with, like, what ChatGPT is capable of doing. I don't know if this is true. I heard some kind of rumor that the guy that was making ChatGPT, or like one of the guys who was working on Google's like AI got fired because apparently the AI was getting like, it was able to do things that were completely illegal, and he was getting close to cracking AGI, which is artificial general intelligence. So like an AI that could think for itself basically without having commands. I don't know if this is true. I'm just... This is complete heresy, but... Or hearsay, rather. And again, I got walloped by Alencia there. You can't talk and play this game. It's impossible. You can't hold a conversation and play Faye at the same time. It's just not happening. Pat Q says, Tacho Symphony of the Night, Portrait of Ruin, and Dracula X are the best Castlevania games. Changed my mind. No particular order. I still like Dawn of Sorrow the most. Although, like, Symphony of the Night did it first. Like, I mean, that game is probably the single most game-changing game to release during its time period. You go back and you play a lot of games from the late 90s, like Ocarina of Time, Mario 64. All of them suck now. Like, those games have not aged well whatsoever. Symphony of the Night is just as good today as it was back then. Like, I cannot say that about any other game from that time period. It was a good call to make it sprite worked instead of doing, like, 3D animations. Because you look at the 3D in all the N64 games, they're all, like, polygons and they look gross. But they did a good job with the sprites in Symphony of the Night. Alright, Ninja Camilla, that's annoying. Thankfully, nobody has Guidance 4 here. This guy's got Double Tempest. That's interesting. Alright, I think we got to give this one a turn here because we need to make sure Elise deals with Camilla there. Dracula X and Symphony are my favorites. Yeah, The two-piece combo of Aria of Sorrow and Dawn of Sorrow, I think, is probably my favorite. But then, like, Order of Ecclesia is really good. It's only a standalone game, but I think that one's really good. Just all three of the DS Castlevanias are amazing. If you haven't played those, definitely play them. That sounds like a wild anime story plot. I think it qualifies as heresy, too. Yeah, probably does. Gay Frog says GBA DS Castlevania games were really good. Yeah, honestly, like, there was a time period where all of the Castlevania games were just amazing, like, from start to finish. I think it started with, like, Aria of Sorrow. So, like, that game came out, that game was phenomenal. Then it was Dawn of Sorrow, then it followed up with Portrait of Ruin, which, Portrait of Ruin's really good, but I think it's probably the weakest one on the DS. Even saying that, it's still, like, a 9 out of 10 game. And then you have Order of Ecclesia, which is really good. Then they had Harmony of Despair, which was the PS3, like, gacha game, kinda. That game was really ahead of its time, actually. It's not really a gacha, but it kind of has, like, similar gacha formula. Sweater Puppy says, which one has Soma Cruz in it? That's Aria of Sorrow and Dawn of Sorrow. And yes, Soma is the pinnacle of Castlevania. He's just the coolest character. Rochelle says, Aria of Sorrow and Dawn of Sorrow for Soma's games. Yep. Joshua Kelly says, I actually really like Circle of the Moon. I've never played Circle of the Moon, actually, but I did play the other one on Game Boy Advance. Which one was that? I think it was called... Why can't... Harmony of Dissonance, I think, is what it was called. It's the one where you play as Just Belmont, or Juste Belmont, like that guy. Harmony of Dissonance was actually, like, kind of cool. There are some things about it that I feel like are a little bit wonky. It's nowhere near as good as Aria of Sorrow, but it's still pretty good, right? Like, it's hard for Castlevania to miss when Castlevania is on its shit. It's hard for them to make a bad game. Alright, so there we go. We did our Arena Assault run. Pretty bad score, but what are you going to do? I think that's pretty much everything. I did Arena already. Pretty crazy score. When you're ranked this high in Tier 21, you're doing pretty good, right? That's all just off of the merit of having Camilla. So I'm able to, like, run into my maximum scored fight every single time. How much time we got before this trailer? Alright, we got 14 minutes until go time. Pat Q says Circle of the Moon was which one? I think that's the one with Maxim. I think that's his name. I actually don't even remember what his name is. I think his name is Maxim something. And then there was like a Japanese guy also. Hey, somebody please correct me if I'm wrong, because Circle of the Moon, like, that's the only one that I haven't played on Game Boy Advance. Rochelle says, I love the boss theme of Harmony of Despair, or Harmony of Dissonance. Yeah, the boss music is very good in basically every Castlevania. My favorite boss music, though, is the one from Symphony of the Night. God damn. Can I just, like, live stream Symphony of the Night? Or, like, play some Castlevania? Why we gotta play Faye all the time? Let's play something fun for once. Shane Giorgio says, Moon has Nathan Graves, I think. Yeah, Nathan. So who is Maxim? Who am I thinking of? Like, who is that? Because I could have swore there was a guy named Maxim in that game. Mizu says, if it's Altina, do you think we'll see Vantage 4 and it being a counter to pre-combat damage? Possibly. Like, that's definitely a possibility. Pre-combat damage is just so out of control now, but we already also have the counter to pre-combat damage, which is, like, inbuilt Hardy Bearing. So, like, Legendary Lilina's got it. If Vantage 4 happens, I expect to see a lot of, whatchamacallit, a lot of, like, built-in Hardy-bearing units after that point. So, don't be swayed. Like, this is typical Insys philosophy. They'll release Vantage 4. It's going to be busted as hell, and it's going to, like, completely overtake the meta. And then in the next month, they're going to release all the units just have built-in Hardy-bearing on their weapon. So don't fall for their tricks. If you see Vantage 4 on the new banner, don't spend all your money to get copies of it right now. Just wait a little bit. Enlightenment to all. Goldmary, come home, please. 1,800 orbs ready. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's about to be a plus 10 Goldmary if she's here. I wish I could save that many orbs. I can't, man. Not anymore. I'm done saving orbs. Pat Q says, I'd advocated for a full playthrough of Castlevania on the channel. Dude, I would love to. But YouTube doesn't like it, though. That's why I have the second channel. I guess we could do it over there. Because, like, if I put out a video that doesn't have to do with my, like, current content, like Fire Emblem Heroes, they're going to not promote the video as much. And, in fact, it's going to be harmful for future videos that I put out, too, because then they're not going to promote those either. Like, YouTube is very picky. Lucas says, Tacho, mate, what's going on with your orbs? There's 2 of them there. I mean, it's not like we have 0, but if you want to know why they're that low, it's because of this. It's because of this. Like, I still need to get a copy of her, and I'm halfway through without getting to the spark, so once we get the Tempest Trial orbs for this banner, I'm going to most likely be able to spark on the banner and get her. Look at this, guys. Look how much fodder I have just lined up for her. I'm so ready for that Tana. All we need to do is just get a copy of her. So we sort by attuned, rearmed, and then we sort by flyer. Look at this. I got 4 characters, all that can still use inheritance. Look at this. They all still have their inheritances left. So that's 4 copies of Guidance 4 and Soaring Guidance. So all I have to do is give Soaring Guidance to Tana. Then I give it to Triandra. Then I give it to Ingrid. Then I give it to Plumeria. Then I give it to Peony. And then Peony gives it to one other person. And there you go. I've got like 5 units with 1 copy of the skill. All that has Guidance 4 and Soaring Guidance. So we're just waiting, man. We're waiting patiently. But good things happen when you wait. So hopefully I can get that freaking copy of Tana. Naui Bodic, what's up, man? Time for a new desert. Maybe we'll get Solm costumes. Oh, Solm would actually be a pretty cool concept for a desert banner. Maybe not this year, but like next year. That seems pretty obvious. Like, if they're going to do a desert banner, that's the one that they should probably do. Contro says, I want to get a second copy of Tana, but I'm waiting for the new banner. Yep. Dixie says, I just spotted her bow. Her bow is okay. It's not like something I would value over Guidance 4. Like, if you get a copy of that Tana, you definitely want to pass Guidance 4. That's the #1 priority. But if you have a unit in mind to give the bow to, then it's definitely worth it, I guess. Cruxus says, I'm pure, filthy, free-to-play casual. Yeah, I'm free-to-play too. Well, I can't pull that card anymore. I can't play the free-to-play card because, as you guys know, I bought the Binding World Forma twice. Like, not so long ago, I bought it for... What was it? Where is this unit? Where's my Plumeria? Yeah, over here. So I randomly just ran into this while I was playing the Binding Worlds, and I was like, yeah, that's kind of good. So I bought the Binding World Forma to get her. And then also, the orbs that I got from that pack, from the Binding World pack, I was able to spend to get Summer Ivy, who is somewhere here, right over here. So basically, the idea with that spend was to just get Soaring Guidance on as many units as I can. And then I had this idea, like, why not just wait for Tana as well so I could get Guidance 4 and Soaring Guidance? Because now we're starting to get these crazy armored units, if we take a look. Like, armored units are not the nobodies that they used to be. Like, we're actually getting some legitimate armored units now. So, Guidance 4 stocks may be coming up. They may be on the rise. So, I want to have some copies of Guidance 4 also. And I have one more. I bought the Binding World Forma a second time also because I was trying to get a copy of Peony. But I never found the Peony that I wanted. Let's see here. If we can look at it, we might be able to see. Yeah, so I have an extra one saved up for Peony, but the best Peony that I found did not have the skills that I wanted. We can take a look real quick. If I can find her. Yeah, right here. So, like, this was the best that I found, but this is still not it. I want Soaring Guidance for Aether Raid's offense. I don't want Guidance 4. But Firestorm Dance, Remote Sparrow, pretty good. He's got Maximum Feathers, or Maximum Flowers, rather. So I probably should have just, like, picked this up, but I'm going to wait till I get my Soaring Guidance Peony. Oh, and then over here, I guess we can talk about this, too. So, I have this kit at plus 10, and I'm thinking I might be able to get some mileage out of this build. Ideally, I was looking for Distant Attack Speed solo, but I mean, Distant Def Res solo, I'm not going to complain about that. So that's pretty good. This seems to be the best possible build you can give them, and I have it. So it would be a massive upgrade to him if I wanted to go for this. And there's also this unit, too. I feel like this unit is going to be a sleeper when she gets her refine next month. So, like, I took the time to build her up as well. So maybe I should get, like, both of them. But I only have one Form of Soul left. So I'm not sure, man. Like, between these two, which one do I want more? I have this guy at plus 10. I'm never going to be able to get this one at plus 10. But her refine might just be good enough that she can compete. And then she does have Vantage and effective against everybody. So, like, this unit could cook. With a good refine, she could actually put in some work. Pat Q says, I pull faves because 90% of the time, my faves are a good example. Prime Fallen Byleth and Christmas Dimitri. Cruxus, thanks, autocorrect. Yeah, the autocorrect has killed me a bunch of times, too. It's really annoying. I'm manifesting all my votes in the current cycle for Takumi. I'll get the message through to insist one way or another. Yeah, Takumi seems to be doing pretty good. He is in the top 20. And he was also top 5 for Fates. Like, him and Leo, they're doing pretty good, surprisingly. I didn't expect Leo to be doing that good, but he is. I can't really read this. Lucas Podsiadley? Forgive me, man, if I'm reading that wrong, but my eyes are starting to fade here. Wouldn't Bonus Doubler be better on Marth? Bonus Doubler 4? I guess, if I had, like, far save support for him, but just to run him as an Omni tank, like, give him distant counter and stuff. Because the distant counter seal is not as good as running, like, Prime 4 or distant solo. You're just getting more stats out of having Prime or Distant Solo, so, like, I don't think there's much need to run Bonus Doubler on him. And I love that, too. They, of course, in typical Insys fashion, they give us the Distant Counter Seal. We've all been saying how good Alir is doing. It does seem like we're poised to get Ivy and also Yunaka, though. Rem says, I'm betting on Diamant and Felix, Yunaka and Ivy. I don't know about Felix. Diamant seems like a safe bet. I'm not too sure about Felix. I can't tell, like, how good he's doing right now. Now Ebotic says, I love that people love Alchrist this year. I know his English voice actor and hung out with him once. Ooh. Because we have a mutual friend. That's pretty fire. Yeah, it's always cool to see, like, stories where someone meets, like, one of the behind-the-scenes folks for Fire Emblem or, like, any other series. Like, if you know one of the creators or a voice actor or an artist even. All right, we got 2 minutes to go time, so let's just, I guess, go ahead and close out of here. And then we'll start refreshing X for the trailer. Yeah, so I've told this story before, but I have met Daisuke Iizuka before. I met him at a tournament for Duel Masters. What kills me, though, is that I feel like I tell this story all the time. And it's like no one's ever heard the story. Like, that's the reaction people always give me. Alright, looks like trailer is up. Okay, no spoilers, guys. We gotta go ahead and get it out on X first. Alright, let's see here. Okay, I found the trailer. It's in Japanese, though. Hold on. Maybe it's in English on... Okay, here we go. We found it. Alright, guys. Are y'all ready for some desert action? Hey, what's poppin', sexies? It's your boy here, and we are back. We got some more Fire Emblem Heroes, and we have our Desert Banner trailer. So let's go ahead and run this bad boy and see what's up. Now, as far as predictions go for the silhouettes, I'm predicting... Okay, yeah, it is a Nabata theme, so Hawkeye seems to be right. And I'm thinking maybe Goldmary, maybe Sumiya, or I guess it could just be Altina, like a lot of people said. All right, so to the people that voted for Altina, I love that she has an app window, by the way. Oh, yes. Hell yes. That's the stuff, Papa. Or that's the stuff, Mama. That's what we like to see there. Okay, so we have double axes. Now, what are the name of these axes going to be? That's very interesting to see. Axe Infantry Altina. Okay. Wait, so why would Altina be in the Nabata Desert, though? That's the problem. Like, you would think she would be in Hatari. Like, she just crossed ship. I don't know. Arcadian axes, 11 might, 1 range, -1 special trigger. Unit attacks twice, even if the foe initiates, unit attacks twice. Unit can counterattack regardless of foe's range. At the start of combat, if unit's HP is over 25%, inflicts attack, defense, and res -X on the foe during combat, where X is 20% of unit's res at the start of combat plus 5. Okay, so it's just always all stats -5, but then 20% of her res as well. Quite a lot of stat drops there. Also, if foe's attack can trigger foe's special, and unit's res is better than foe's res, inflicts special acceleration on hit on foe before foe's... Wait. No, they gave her scowl. What? This is not acceleration. This is scowl, bro. What? If foe's attack can trigger foe's special and unit's res is better than foe's res plus 5, inflicts... Yeah, this is scowl. Okay, scowl Altina. Here we go. Arms of 3, 2-hit special. When special triggers, boost damage by 40% of unit's res. And neutralizes DR skills by the foe from non-special DR skills. At the start of combat, if unit's special is ready and unit's res is better than foe's res, reduce damage from attacks during combat and AoEs by 30%. Or difference between stats times 3 up to 30. I believe this is pierceable DR. Right? Like, this works the same way as Vital Astra. Does it? Hold on. Does this work like Armored Flow, or does this work like Vital Astra? I feel like this works like Vital Astra. So this is probably pierceable. Alright, then we have Attack and Res Finish 4. Would be nice if we could get some level 3 finish skills. Oh shit, level 4 Bulwark? Okay. Yeah, Bulwark is kind of good, right? So, like, getting a level 4 of that. Foes with range of 1 cannot move through spaces adjacent to unit, and foes with a range of 2 cannot move through spaces in 2 spaces a unit. Does not affect foes with pass. They should have gave pass the middle finger, honestly. Like, screw that shit. You can't move at all. That would have been so good. Inflicts attack and defense -4 on the foe, and reduces damage from foe's first attack by 40% during combat. First attack normally means a first attack. Otherwise, it's a brave attack and then recover 7 HP. It's not that much better. They just tacked on some damage reduction, which, I mean, that's obviously quite good. And it's brave attack DR also. And then we have times pulse 4 also there. Seems pretty good to me. Scowling Altina, Piercing DR, Brave Attack Weapon, Infantry type, so she gets access to a lot of good stuff. Yeah, this definitely bodes well for her, right? Man, I just love the fact that they introduce Altina in this game, and then she just becomes the ab queen. Like, every single artwork of her focuses on her abs. Oh, who is this? Is it... Wait. Okay, it's Juno? Yeah, so Sword Flyer. Why did I think that was Ursula again for some reason? I was like, didn't they do Ursula already? Nah, it's just Juno. Okay, so a flying sword type Juno. Alright, Blade of Sand, 16 might, 1 range, -1 special trigger. At the start of turn, if units in 2 spaces of an ally, grants speed and res up 6. Bonus doubler and null panic to unit and allies in 2 spaces of unit for 1 turn. Holy shit. Yeah, so, I mean, RIP, Legendary Eliwood at last. He's finally met his match. No, this is start of turn, bonus doubler, null panic to everyone in 2 spaces. That's kind of good, man. Yeah, like, with 1 unit you can do this, and she's a flyer, so she can get, like, Soaring Guidance and Guidance 4. Yeah, that's it, man. Eliwood's done. That's it. If unit initiates combat or is in 2 spaces of an ally, grants all stats of 5 to unit, neutralizes effects that guarantee foes follow-ups and effects that prevent units' follow-up attacks, and deals damage equal to 20% of unit speed during combat. Not enough here outside of the support, which is very strong. Like, there's not enough here for her to be a threat herself. Like, just all stats of 5, null follow-up, and then 20% bonus damage based on speed. That's pretty good, but it's not, like, insane. However, like, just being a support beacon, you give her Guard Bearing, you give her Gambit. Well, maybe not Gambit. She's got -1, so, like, yeah, probably just keep Guard Bearing, give her Guidance 4. Speaking of, we have Attack and Defense Oath 4 here, new C skill. Surprised that they finally took this long to add that. And then Luna as well. Alright, so Juno's here. Who's going to be next? Oh, shit. Wait, is that Ewan? Wait a second. It's Ewan, right? No, not Ewan. Tormod. That's who I meant to say. Tormod. Wow, what an unexpected choice. Okay. He's going to be the demote, though. He's a Red Tome infantry type. He came in slot 3. I didn't think there was going to be more RD stuff on here. Oh, he's got tempo. Oh, yeah, he's cooking. He's got speed and res tempo 3 as a demote. Nabata Beacon plus 12 might 2 range at the start of the turn. If unit is in 2 spaces of an ally, grants unit can't be slowed by terrain. And Desperations unit for 1 turn. Pretty good. Unit initiates combat or is in 2 spaces of an ally. Gets all stats of 4. And deals damage equal to 10% of unit's attack. Wow, that's pretty good, man. That's like on par with an arcane weapon, honestly. Terrain bypass, desperation, all stats of 4, and then true damage based on attack. This is literally inheritable red tome, right? He's a red tome? He should be. Yeah, he's a red tome. Yeah, so yeah, that's pretty good for your Cav red tomes. Like the Groom Robin is an example. All right, then he's got Draconic Aura, Speed and Res Tempo, and then Speed Res Gap 3. I'll definitely take Tempo 3 there because we are starting to get level 4 tempos, which are very good. I don't think we have Speed and Res Tempo yet, though. We have Speed and Defense Tempo 4, and then we have Attack Res Tempo. That was a really sick attack, by the way. That's a really good attack animation for his inheritable weapon. And then here we go. Of course, we got the 2 baddies. All right, so the baddies are the better. Green and Luis, and then it seems like Hawkeye is going to be the Tempest Trial. Holy shit, dude. Yo. Green just said, hold up, Altina. You ain't the ab queen yet. Oh my god, she is shredded. Alright, so Green Blue Bow infantry type. I love how Luis is like... Luis does not deserve to be served up with Green there. Green's got the thickness and also the muscles. Luis is not built like that. But I think Green is going to be the main unit, right? So here are the stats, by the way. 40 HP, 66 attack, 52 speed, 24 defense, 36 res. We're getting quite a lot of plus 6s there. Is that times pulse? Wait, what even is that? Hold on. What is going on here? Alright, Sandglass Bow, 14 might, 2 range, effective against flying, -1 special trigger. At the start of turn 1, grants special cooldown count -2. Okay, that was very good. At the start of turn, if units in 2 spaces of an ally, grants the following to unit and infantry and armored allies in 2 spaces. Unit can't be slowed by terrain, and unit can move 1 extra space. Holy shit. Yo. That's all bro, that means your infantry allies just all of them turn into calves. The ranged infantries are now calves. And they also go right through forest tiles. This is really strong. Dude, this is like legendary Hinoka level. What the hell? If unit initiates combat or is in 2 spaces of an ally, grants attack and speed up 6 to unit during combat and deals damage equal to 15% of unit's attack, including when dealing damage with a special trigger before combat. And also when special triggers deals damage equal to X% of unit's speed, where X is unit's max special cooldown count value times 10 plus 10. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's like Bunny Sonia Light. I think Sonia does 15. So that's like Bunny Sonia Light with true damage based on attack with this insane support effect with instant pulsing. We don't even know what their duo skill does yet. And then, of course, being infantry type, they've got access to shit like speed and defense tempo and so on and so forth. This is going to be a unit to reckon with. All right, Blazing Wind, Flash Sparrow, speed and defense tempo, pulse up blades. At the start of turn, grants attack and speed up X to unit for 1 turn. X is the turn number times 2 with a max of 6. Oh, wait. No, that's not as nuts as... I read that, like, making it sound like it was super nuts. It's not. And then grant special cooldown count -1 to unit. So it's just better times pulse. Pretty much. Now, times pulse 4 loops after combat. This does not. But this is also giving you stats and times pulse. Huh. Yeah, that's very interesting. Might need to test that out a little bit on some units. See if it's actually better. But you do get a little bit more special consistency with times pulse 4. But, like, obviously you're not getting stats out of that. Alright, and then here we go with their harmonic skill. Grants Resonant Blades, Treachery, and Desperation. Oh my god. Yeah, Treachery's kind of good. Desperation's kind of good. Resonant Blades is okay. I mean, it's just like in combat, attack and speed up 4. But yeah, this is a pretty good harmonic skill. To characters from FE6 and FE7. Not the craziest roster, honestly. Like, FE6 and FE7 aren't, like, too recent in terms of what kind of stuff they can do right now. But for Green herself, they're going to be able to clap really hard. Yeah, this is a nice unit. Are we going to start running infantry lines now in Aether Raid's defense? Like, who needs cav lines? Let's start running infantry lines now. On one of the forest maps, like, have a bunch of forest tiles, and then our units can just move down 3 spaces and nullify terrain. And then there he is, Hawkeye right there, his very beautiful, lovely daughter. Looks like she took up the mantle of all the musculature. So good on Hawkeye, man. He did a good job there. He made a very wonderful baby. So Hawkeye's got my thanks for that. So we can spark on the banner, of course, if you got the Fey Pass. I think you want to spark for Green if you're summoning. Altina seems pretty good. It's just that she's like infantry Zelgius, ninja Zelgius. That's the closest thing I could say that she reminds me of. Is she better than Zelgius? Zelgius is definitely a better color, being blue. But Altina's going to have access to some really nice skills, and then she's infantry as well. She's probably about as good as Zelgius, except, like, he's got a better color. He's definitely going to have better defensive stats, too, because he's armored, but... Green seems pretty good. So I think that's going to wrap us up for this video. Let's go ahead and end on some very lovely artwork. And that's going to wrap us up for this one, guys. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. This is your boy Tacho signing out. So take care, fellas. And I'll catch y'all again on the flip side. Alright, yo, what's poppin', chat? Hopefully we didn't get into any trouble there like we did the last time I live streamed and like for the Winter Banner, like halfway in the video cut. Like the Winter Banner was actually so OP it killed my live stream. Stream is delayed by 1 hour, is that so? I hope the stream didn't die. I'm not sure right now. It might have, actually. That got me a little worried now. Hold on. Oh, man. Did we have the same issues we had last time? I hope not. Alright, I'm going to call it there. I'm going to end the stream. I have to go ahead and upload the video now. I got to make the thumbnail and stuff. Wepa says, agreed, even though the duo isn't that OP. Duo Thor hard counters. Yeah, well, Duo Thor counters like everything. So, take care, fellas. I'll catch y'all again tomorrow, I think, when we get the data mines for this banner. So, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out.